busuafo ye ne mo amonhwe nyinsen we ya osom dae bia mo mfra me mo som dae bia mo mfa mra me ama me mo ya mo ho mpaye those days no na osom dae a me ntwan mani ni na wotwe me anyina emahia mo na ye creative group no ti anka wo na osom dae a da day na no afra me na ma bo mpaye bisa ye nua ba we every day bi obesom dae bi ofra me ma me ne bo mpaye ni janya me ye nyina ne kwa bo mpaye na ya ye we ya ma wo sa na wo ko delicious nti wo betumi ahwe nyame anim aka say wo ko delicious na wo nyema na ya nya ya ne wo na ye nyinsan ne ho adwuma na me nua ba Oheneni kan okura na nyame kyanya nkopon no ohwew ni etia ema me ye video e de to ma yi mu ne say oka ohye nyame bo say se urade fa nyame che so e ma ni nya wo ni bia obekwa akodi adanse o Jubilee Park sabo no na de se odifo nyame che ne nya nkopon no sabo no na eba sa no nyame se adom no ya foforo nti ya ma adom no ntina TV so wanye TV ka ye be ye dan tua wanye no ye bo ka wan.
Right. Enti mami oni Oheneni dey affairs serious ba but asem ni nyina ne se ye dey a wo se wa meda na se na se ene chese ene Oheneni wo ho ayesre wa why mompe kwa bi na mo solve asem we
Presby sorry them wujina Presby sorry them peja won sa extra Presby nyankopon ne se nyame che nyankopon na hye wanim nyam ama won so wanya nyinsan ni bi no na se nyame ahye wanim nyam wahun se wonyam watwitwa wo nyinsan pictures e dia begu social media so na busuafo wutwitwa wie ye no odifu a nyame cheshe nkwama wa ye ne wa ya wo akwankyere 2023 ebesi 2024 wukọ delay show so okohu video ofra wo share wo nkwam ne dia ndia waji na di wo ba ne ho dawuro na akwala na no nyame fa ne so ma ye free ye fie eba wo office nyame fa ne so share wanim nyam ne dia ndia wakata na adom no so
prophetess nyame che ene ma me se sofo ma me Oheneni adazoa ene IBJ wo mo ya akrofo afeso omo ye ungrateful
say ye kwatante sompafo ti ye fra IBJ kronfo ene mi gina ha mo tagi omo mienu ni nyina ma me ufra nyame cha won sanka no amase akwala ni so nti ye de adom no esie sana ya de adom ni sie mo Oheneni ni IBJ aboabo ankrofo ano e de akwati omo paibo
obi bisa say e dey ti kra e na omo kasa asemwe so for me Oheneni e ko make his statement we e wo interview mu
last year we call delay shows after show no na delay frame se nkrofo ba no DM mu e ma so mo pese o mo reach out to me fitru ne ma o so wo situation mu tinkebe ya min create group bi na me ne sa ma no kasa
na obi be bisa say e ba ne sen e na sof maame Oheneni ene eye prophetess nyame che maame enya banta anase issue ababeto ho enu mu updates anase enu mu details how ade ni nyina kofa ba ye enti na ye hwemu wa ha me de
Okay, yantu aso yankon kronobomu kakra ho ya society no ho ahoho ne ba ye kuru mu ase no wo mo ha adwen pepre na kamia se Nigeria for nankasa, they are facing this big challenge. Send then woman yanum egu woman masu wiase babia. And then nansa Ghana police ewo kumase. Eche akronphobia ukoyiska obangia no magio o magiska no. Na asɛm na du Nigeria ho. Na woman hu na de say as woman mu gu asedodo. Na saade on say kame say babia Nigeria ni bedu bia na ye boni din. Sao. O say hu Nigeria ni wokro bia so a na ye de tag bia ma no. But woman nuanom say e bread say woman be fight against woman ankasa Nigeria for no. Yes. Almost say don't defend Nigeria but rather fight against Nigerians a good Nigeria for any maso we are self and no mo ya adwen. Fi say akwese say wo kan fi asem yes wo asa we sell out on pe ukro mo asem so ho. But it seems say Nigeria for around the continent no ba bia o magidi mbone. Enam say omo pesika ntente Nigeria for ani abie omo de omo hia sika o omo nim nyansa de pesika but most of them crime bia e be kumbia no dodo no yayo mama ne Ghana for crowd wo ho agisa agro no enne said yesi worship sika ne ade ade nti no Ghana for bebre ama wiase ewa ani a mo de hwe Ghana say wo ye Ghana ni na oduru ba bia o body South Africa na yedo ase yedo atoto Nigeria ne ho se sa neti o and Nigeria for no say ba bia du na se wo mo kasem because the ekoso no e ha dwen say wo mo ba especially Ghana wo mo ba no ma take advantage of Ghana system no. Now we more destroy system. Yenti enuanum Nigeria for said ye omo krom so asem wa.
It is okay that maybe you've been accused of any kind of thing, then you now come to Nigeria. Everybody will welcome you with open arms. Senator Imaswe allegedly stole millions of dollars from clients in the US, and he was banned for life from practicing law. He absconded to Nigeria. That man is a sitting senator. In fact, he is the committee chair on ethics. See the title they give him: Ethics and Public Petition. This man was barred from practicing law in the US for stealing millions of legal fees that was paid to his client Daphne Sheffield. That is the allegation. They said Neda Imaswe admitted and he was disbarred and his name was stricken off from the roll of attorneys and counselors at law. And this decision was taken in 2010, May. He ran away, of course, and came back to his dear country, Nigeria. He refused to appear, following all the petitions that were leveled against him. He ran away and he came to Nigeria. That person today is a sitting senator in Nigeria, making laws that he never obeyed while he was practicing law in the US. And he's now sitting. What is even the thing that he's sitting as ethics committee chair? Do you know what ethics is?
Again, this proves that the Nigerian problem are Nigerians as masses. I do not mean to toot my horn, but I think I'm the only person after time who had gone against Nigerians as masses and not their leaders or their so-called men in authority or their politicians or their celebrities or whatever, or people in charge of the administration. I've always maintained that the Nigerian problem are Nigerians as masses. And this lady just proved it beyond every reasonable doubt. Just like Very Dark Man is beginning to come to my perspective, unlike before when he took to acting like he's fighting for the people. You don't fight for Nigerians. You fight against Nigerians. You don't fight for you to gain a better Nigeria. You fight against Nigerians. You don't fight for Nigerians. They don't deserve to be fought for. You can't fight for Nigerians, because when you're fighting for Nigerians, you will discover at the shores of knowledge, at the shores of discovery, that the very people you are fighting for are the problems that you're fighting against. I'm telling you the truth. Nigerians need to be sensitized first. They need to be criticized. They need to be called upon. They need to be chastised. You need to speak to them. I'm telling you the truth, and that's exactly what I've always been doing. I've always used Ghanaians and South Africans to make references to this bunch of minions, to these deflated minds. I'm happy a great number of people are coming to understand these things. According to this girl, according to this woman, anything rejected in the world comes to Nigeria and thrive. Yet, Nigerians will boast to you that there are men in this country. The men that are in this country are not up to 2%. And those men include myself. They are not up to 2%. Because if there are 10% of men like me in this Nigeria, it's not for me to brag, but you would have seen that a lot of people would have seen the difference. Where just me makes a difference in a whole institution. In a whole institution, this is not me bragging. But Nigerians are sellouts. You commit fraud and you come to Nigeria, you're welcomed. You go to other parts of the world and they reject you for your insanity and your devious activities. You come to Nigeria, you're welcomed. This is not me saying it. Nigerians are sickly minded people. They are sickled of sensitivity. I'm telling you.
Okay, enti where ye Kumase Regional Police Command. Ena omachi Nigeria for bibria omoye sa carjacking ne extortion ne thievery robbery ni ade. Na Nigeria for na wo Ghana no esim sese no omo ya feel shame ase wo munua no gu omo ani mu ase se enne no adempodi bia besi bia no Nigeria ni ka ho ademponi bia si pe Nigeria ni ka ho. And it seems that omo so uncomfortable and they have to speak out against their own people. Say enough is enough. Obeka say, oh mania aje me pese minya sika me na mania bie. But you are not giving a better name for the country called Nigeria. In fact, there was a time na me go Dubai. Now we say guys we obolo mu kofobi just say said you must say hijacking Nigeria and they can't stand a place. Omuntimi nyina baby less than even 5 minutes obe free because police will look for them in Dubai. And they live big life, lavish life in Dubai. But Sauni Jana say yeah, within the next 5 minutes will disappear because at the year police will look for them. And yet just because of this I say why overstay until there be and near my and they always want to live lavish life, big man life a brandy kakrebi. But sometimes it's not about hard work. Smartness is important, but smartness be Nigeria for overdoing, terrible and yet so no more area be na ohwe niema mo ya so one ya we kase bia kofo de omu ni nyansa do ba see on say yi aboyi abrechiri omu ni nyansa bebra on say ya de ne yankwai so ho enti so wahwa krobi ti say Malaysia, Singapore mo on so bako mo ta kum Nigeria for pa Malaysia, Singapore mo ta kum wo mo because e nuro sem ni bone sem no men ye wasem de bako en fan course I say omo ye bold and yes ana man for ka Nigeria for there omo bu do eti omo de bako ai ba Singapore, Malaysia omo timi hang omo life na omo pro na omo ja omo ho yeah the omo de Nigeria for no omo kum Nigeria for pap even Dubai now ko China say ya underground prison China Nigeria for ne doson e China. Yes, omo underground prison awiane bo no light no ebi me se omo ka bi kire wa be je wonsam Nigeria for doson en to konkonte pa do se meye en to wi wo se meye adai nti we no na media minimum abusia we ne ye ne den ana we no ena chesa we ye wild on we ne den ye sika sa ti we no we chesa we omo ye smart on anyway we as obi aba ne kwan eti Ghana for na wona Ghana no Nigeria for na wo Ghana no asa de ne ha wo mu and omo say so omo kasem na enanu ya na police for eche akromfo a omo Nigeria for na yentie police commander na yentie omo
ba ko pe ene ye Ghana ni eno na aboniye for bi ejuma omo di ya no say Oko bank eko yi usika na omo di wechi opa ki wuka wo baby pe na omo ibuka neni na omo yi usika Africa ni sa udisem akoso starting from 15th November 2024 omo yi sika 107,000 Ghana cedi ewo obi akoyi sika ewo Agric Development Bank ewo ahonjo eno echi 18th March 2025 eno echi 18th March 2025 omusa di obi echi sa eyi 88,000 ewo ni ken ewo oba ya choba 19th March the next day ebi sense ye eno mo go yi 22,000 ewo onu akroba obi kemu okuyi ska wo Absa Bank KNUST branch 24th March and also KNUST branch of Zenith Bank omuko yi 100,000 ewo bi kemu essentially on the 9th of April and omu yi 95,000 onu akwa no ko yi sika e wo Ghana Commercial Bank Swami branch omu di n'echi e ko choba bi e wo tafo panko no e no mu yi sika no na de bia ye hu se omu di ka mienu e na di sa adwuma no Toyota Highlander mienu 11 June omuza Tr0uble obisa e ko yi ne sika 85,000 Ghana cedi e wo de kemu e wa so asi market omu di sa adwuma ni na ye data and on Thursday 19th June memrantie omu PID omu ejiro omu pa na omu arresti nipa miensa Russell Ekenzi awo mfi 29 Francis Friday 49 any Linus Egwazi 51 na ye hwe omuka no mu no ye hu tools bi a omu use edibu ka nani era ka no mu ye bisa onu mu nsem no omu ditu mu se omu di se adwuma yi ewo Kumasi Mpotemu ha titro Konfanochi Mayanka Asokwa Kumasi Central Mosque Shoprite any Georgia Hotel omu identify microphobia omu no mu ye sa adwuma no bi ebi no ni Cosmas Madu Abuchuku eno Ezuchuku CJ Didi any Lele na Cosmos no eba say ye ba be ti omu no onu oni ye mrantie ni pray ena etu ka no eno mani odwane ye nso okọ Kenya si drinking by beer ena okọhye 150 ozurumbam any Gladys Ibrahim omuchoba ewo Kenya si saa nipa mienu nso so yanya mwachi omu a ye bisa mo numa asem na omunche bibi a Cosmos no ewo na nhwehwemu kakra ya ye no ye hu se omu nyina wo ye Nigeria fo nipa ba ko pe ena ye Ghana ni eno ne din eye Didi ye bota ni se san krofo na omu di se adwuma nyina no ye be mi aye ni na ye make sure so ye tu omu ase enti ye police for war Greater Accra so di nkita ho na omomo Accra region de to so mienu enche bia ena
in the US have gone again to go Baujuaje to go mess us up as a Nigerian in the US. Yes, 5 Nigerians, including, I believe, a husband and wife, 2 brothers, and another party. They were caught in a $17 million fraud. Yeah, a $17 million US fraud or scam, which involved vulnerable people. Guys, let's dive into this story because I won't stop talking about Nigerians that are spoiling our names in diaspora. Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wemimo, and I'm also known as Tr0uble and also known as Semu5Kanduko. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. Like I said, I'm bringing this video again. And you guys know I'm a Nigerian and I'm a Nigerian living in diaspora. And it saddens my heart each and every time I see news or stories of Nigerians in diaspora who are committing crime. Like you left hard life that you had or you probably had while you were in Nigeria. And you now have the opportunity to travel abroad to countries like the US, to the UK, to some sort of diasporan country, right? And you decide that it is fraud that you want to go and be doing. After leaving your poverty-stricken self, like where you were, whatever your situation was before you left Nigeria, you had the opportunity to leave. And you now came abroad.
Okay. Eti, utie asemwa police commander wa Shanti Region to Janwa. Quite interesting. In fact, Nigerians are around the world. We will see the menace. Our money animal cost but you see, Nigeria for they don't give a damn. I'm telling you, one more farm, one more two crowd. Na Nigerian in Dubai, one police in China cry have money fingerprinted. Hey, once a Dubai almost scan anywhere, you want to be called echo or say I'll be back. Or Besaba, wouldn't go or no say eyelashes. My friends say eyelashes on. Now what the yashin and in so. Thomas scanning and come. Moncrofu, yeah. Cars na police for the car cars on the edge my way. Cars in the new. Yeah. We all cry a stolen obi cow, stolen cars on. Cars we and a police for the chihuahua when we use to. Oh yeah. cars we mu ena omo che omo be amanfo we mu na police na commander na ka cars omo de bokro no ni hwe so on cars a omo de bokro no ni na hwe omo ni hwe we oba o ka ho ni hwe so on omo nyina Nigeria fo nko a hwe Nigeria fo nko a ahun and omo infiltrate Ghana to the sense enkofo no na multiseka no NDC ba power kra de na so omani age more because NDC na ebe ka kire o say Africa ye ese ye biebie ho anwan na de na obia na de but on say oman security a problem omo nyina so enkokon fo so nko ahun ai hwe so ohun omo enkokon fo nko ahwe me kasa santeman po mere bi sa krono kase bi omo bon woku Mr. Kusi police for bed o ni nyina na Nigeria fo ohun ni nyina Nigeria fo nko a so ohun and omo infiltrate system no and omo pe quick cash omo pe quick aso omo nko na nim nyansa ohun sa de na omo ye ne de ye nyina omo se ye nyina ya African but that too much sika ne de obi anya bi ye ba se mo nko a so ohun hwe ne omo de bie wo ka no nti o Ghana ho na o pakeka be very careful you be bia na say do ka sie o enyire gina don't play because said there Niger for ne enkofon Nigeria for egu Ghana ne Kumasi ne Accra ne ehu omo do so papa and don't play loose and you wadwen say we play loose men play loose so and ya omo ya sade no a ama Ghana for ne bia sua to omo no mo ne deal yan say we Ghana ni ba ko wo de tete din no so obehu de din so so and Nigeria for no omo nuanu mahu say ade na ekọ no nye ohun me say China ohun there was a time in Guangzhou ohun Xiaobe ye free be Xiaobe ho no omo ye bibia yo business ni nyina ya no omo ni police one dey siani na edu anwumra no omo oho Xiaobe ho no ma block kwan ho na omo ensane no omo ka ensa egu omo ginsane nam ene ma asawofo ma no omo Nigeria fo ma na ya asawo adwuma no am say obi o teacher Xiaobe wa okodu Guangzhou ye free be Xiaobe go and see the reason why Chinese raided that place no ma block street no oho no police for the ba no omo de siani kike Xiaobe wa tra China bi me Xiaobe o me ka Xiaobe oni me ya wo bi me patri no mo de ase ni no ma block kwan no na o ma ginsane nam no omo ko ai ho ye ton African passport bi ye ton bi o passport yira o area ho ne ye koton no sa o ma passport yira say Kim ho ne ye ton no Ghana passport ayira nyina no Xiaobe ho ne ye ton na wo China ho krom friend small Nigeria ye from small Nigeria Xiaobe mo obi wo China na wo China Xiaobe so wo unim Xiaobe mami so wo China yes and answer say wo tie wo koto obi crosso wanya sika wo business na wo say ma block street edu anwumra no ma block niti police for at one day omo di say enough is enough and omo pam Nigeria for nyina tru sabre na corona ba ye no omo destroy business ni nyina oh yes oh yeah, and when we disika street so China so no illegal say obe show lavish life China yamra say Chinese ni benya sika no o show lavish life omo dwa sa de no to omo na nkrofo na omo sane China for na wo mo nti ope mixed race nkoda wo Guangzhou omo na honom doso Nigeria for no ma wo pa nti bohu so called mixed race of course for no Nigeria more Guangzhou omo ho more so nti say no mo pam papa no enkura ni nyina aka en aban no obe crack wo down because akura bia no a oye ha miss race no all men Chinese government agency all men all man nya all trust no and omo Guangzhou pa nti aban no so the strategy obe yi omo nyina say adwuma bo obe restrict wo mo hu so mo ye hoho yes omo from Nigerian o papa Nigerian on sa na China for no so tie eti ye nkrofo no ye nuanom no omo nuanom esese omo no mo kasa because ye nenguase na etu omo nyina so ho enguase etu obia enu ko South Africa kra ye west hwe na no de ya na South Africa fo ye nuanom bi ka ho enu bone no chinchina ye pesikantem ye wo de apart from Nigeria for so omo ye smart omo de obo so obo school so no obetimi akwa abedane doctor oko American hospital be most of them doctors in nurses Nigeria for but the omo no a we means you omo de no unhia na adwuma biye mu onko Walmart nkohia se Nigeria ni ye adwuma Walmart oma onko Home Depot Costco mo amuti US no de hwe se how many Nigerians na we hia ne se woni ne koye ayi hours wo ayi say 8 hours wa ube hia no he Walmart nti wo mo ye de adwuma yeah mumusa wo mo ye de adwuma sa uko uru anwo mata obehia India ni Ghana ni obehia Ghana ni wo ba ebe de so obehia Nigeria ni say wo ma factory bi ye adwuma e den pa but ubusa so mo ye de adwuma de adwuma no mo ye but uko kan so mo ye smart to be any day I'm say Nigeria for mo ye smart but the economy wo mo ankasa ntena se enough is enough etimbono too much too much. So when woman delay and I woman me say omo from Asia, me hunu omo life. Yeah, me study omo Asia, Dubai, China, ma study omo. Yes omo sharp into be any day. Ajanyaba. Yes omo sharp nti okoka aja. Anyway, omo sharp we di. Nti ye fancy o. Nti ye nuanu no omo no nkasa so ho. Because ye kai munyina e kan obia so ho ebe ka munyina di Nigeria fo e wo Ghana no omuni asundwe omuni asundwe o David because ya said the bia no omo news no musa ya
Martin Luther King, I also have a dream. I dream that one day there will be a woman president in Ghana. And the title, Madam President.
My God! Wow!
Honor Martin Luther King. I also have a dream. I dream that one day there will be a woman president in Ghana. And the title, Madam President.
My God! Wow!
Honor and our humble contribution to our nation will inspire girls to aspire to the very top.
A few moments later.
Many of my dear sisters have already stated, this year marks the 13th anniversary of transformative development programs.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
In underserved communities across Africa and Asia. I am grateful.
Yeah, boy.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
For its strong commitment to strengthening healthcare systems and empowering individuals.
Bye-bye. Tata. Goodbye. Gaya.
Okay, yantuaso. I was here share page no like why. Share page no like him. I had a reason to share page no. I daughters of a proud Africa oh. I bronze mine, I know them, bronze mine. I know them. Majari, my Patricia, Apeja, Ohead, Apeja. Young queen. I know them. Na we wo se de na asiwa akromfo no bia hwade wa
Odofui video ye twegu ifri Mamiama village ene apia kroma ni nyina ye nkrunkume wo bosome fre ho mensi ni mo wasante mantem ha na obi bebisa se de na asi mani pampempe mabodompe matwa ahia hoyi medofui asem asi kromu nya asem ketwa enipa miensa mu a ne tu akasa wo mo emu baako ye temamuni mienu ekaunse akwamukafo amdrobesi nti nipa miensa na sabre omati nananam onse adu wokremu ne ekofa bae ne nyina ne se kwamukafo na akwakotete dwadifo ma ebifri ni wadubi ase fomena kumase oboase ne asimfu so abre ne abre nyina omode omonyoma besin fa kwan so eko nsokote ne ade koton nanumu na abra akromfo ekoka mamefo yi so omoji omhonyoma no Timemufo ho se debi saa kro no bo yakoso achente nde yempene momomfo mo hundi enu ntino mo bobo barrier a omo kyerɛkyerɛ sɛ obi antetetete baabi na kɔba saa kromfo ne besia atwam a motumi atotutu anaasɛ moteetie ma yeso yatumi aba abra kromfo ne ba besia atwam no omudu maame ama village no pani baako a yɛfrɛ no Yimano Kwadwo Oben wo mfinhyia aduonum 50 years ono hu omo a woyɛ sɛ woba betie mu apɛ na kromfo mane ne tu a omudu gu ne kokoso eku no abra de hye ne beto sɛ omu nua pani Yimano Kwadwo Oben ɛda hɔ a etu aka ne koku no pumogya no ɛbɛyɛ arehosɛ ma omo pa enu nti omo kan sɛ Kwadwo Oben adi ako atɔde a ɛne omo so de omo kra bɛbɔ afɔde we nam so mo tisi mountain so ne kwaye mu chini ya akɔkye akromfo mu mienu animanimu a hwana de omukun baako so ɔka ho so de ɔmobɔ no ma ne yɛ pɛkyɛpɛkyɛ sɛ kokonta sɛ bi si trog so ne kɔba sa police for bɛɛ mu a ɔmobɛfa ne de no kɔpie mu Fomana district hospital no ɛhɔ na tim kagya baako ɔka ho so wuyɛ na ekuya beduwa ye Yimano Kwadwo Oben a wonye hihye aduonum a etuo kan ne kokɔ ne yere oja nkwada maako wɔtwe menini di nkomo na sei ene wɔkyerɛ mu fae
enwumre ne atia na ne nuan mo ba sɛ an robbers fo bi nti moto bebre na mo de ba ha ɔmo ba na sɛ odidi awie na ɔno nso akɔ ɛkwan no so na wakɔ twɛn wɔ mo wɔ ho nti ne nuan mo nyinaa wurawura mu obia wurawura mu sokɔtafo nyinaa ba ha afɛ de ɛyɛ saa na yɛte nkekemu onyame na ose nti yɛte nkekemu onyame na ose no na wɔsɛ sokɔtafo no bɛfa mo moto no ɛkɔ nyame na ose hɔ nti ɛno saa na ɔmo amba bi sokɔtafo na ama ha bi nti ɛyɛ saa na ne nua kuman kɔtena ase ɛhɔ no nso tena asɔre ha nti me da hɔ no ma na me sɔle na me ka kyerɛ me ba panini sɛ ɔnkɔda na wankɔda ade akyi a ɔbɛyale na ɔse o ma ɛda nti mɛkɔ bi nti me ka sa kyerɛ mba na me da me hu wura da mu na na me tituo na me hɔ pa na me bɛyi sɔle na ɔse ma da wɔ he ana me so wɔ kwan no so na so wɔ kwan no so na ɔse na ɛyɛ nkwa nti ampa hɔ na me fa nto me fly na me trin hyɛ kyerɛ na ɛdi amlika nti ekodu hɔ na me hyia me kunkuma ba ko na ɔse ise bedura wɔ kwan na me se me kɔ ba bia mututu na ɔse sign na asɛm aba na me se de asɛm ana ɔse a me bla na yabɔ ne tuo no na me se wo bla ba na ɔse wɔ fakodwo nti anu kule ni ɛhɔ de yagye me mmɛmmɛm pa yagye me mmɛmmɛm kala wɔ hwe abrabɔ bɛ na mbɛbɔ na me de ahwɛ kwala yi
asɛm yɛ ahomete pa wɔ busia asɛm yɛ ahomete enkoda nwɔtwe bra yenua no so kafra wabɔ adwuma enkoda sɛ enwɔtwe we de ɛsɛ ka me kɔ na me kɔgye tutorials pa o ba wa ya de but unim on akrono nti so wɔte ase a nkɔbɛhwɛ ne ma wo 8 children no de agya obai sa yɛ ka wo we akromfo be man nkora abrabo nyina sei maami obeda hwe nkora enwotwe na aya no nko break kakra na like small villages in omu bo adwuma wo but enkronke to anu omu bo adwuma pa wa wo say 8 we no still counting e bi besa ba e na akromfo defo nipa bonefo mo be yi man ye free hɔ kwa adai mo anya de 80 wawu 8 still counting. Now we obey that. I don't of many abre. Say me busa say ya omunko break ya na. Say wo hwe say de nkora no boboso no. Omboso pa o. Enti we no obekom Nigeria fo ya wo. Na hwe papa wo titim kama. Wo wu bebre na no wo hene bai wo say yan wu bebre kai hwe wo so makoyi na free ho. Yesi wo ma aniema de na wo ne na ya se nyina wo ma short na wo ma se no ayeka wo ma se ni nyina obi a ono wo ko tu se be 15 die ko be 15 die tim kaja ko be jagu ho uti se ne ho sese ne ho so akromfo we omunye mo ade aye maame no sister na ade aye no da bi o ma anya de wa hwe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 wow omu boso so 8 solid man apeja na wade na akronfo tirimu sum dodo kai omo tirimu sum dodo no on se ka akronfo ya we me say ahoho no awo eya ahoho no na yesade no eno ba inform free Niger ni Nigeria fo what just say sikani bre on person de on nsabeko quick money na omakoyi man na free wo bi ayi na free ya enkura bebrebe se wo be dey mami obay be da hwe nkura pa omuso ya nkom ko break kakra na ya wo ko break kakra Ghana ni mu ayedin na ana enkura se on de wo mu na ne kumase fo na ya mu ye de mu ne nkra na Ghana yedin mu kwa kwafu na mu no oba ye nso to ya no awura dem mu eno a mu wo a mo me enwe ho
na me be isole no se ma da wo he ana me so wo kwan no so ana so wo kwan no so na se na ya nkwa nti ampa wona na me fa nto me fly na me tin share chire na edi amlika nti ekodu ho na me hia me kunkuma ba ko na se ise bedu awo kwan na me se me kwa ba bia mututu na se sign na asem aba na me se dey asem ana se a me bla na ya bo ni tuo no na me se wo bla be na se wo fekodwo nti anu kule ni ya ho de ya jimi membem pa ya jimi membem kala wo che ablabo be na mbebo na dey asho kwele ablabo be na mbebo na dey asho kwele ablabo be pa na mbebo dey asho kwele
ti arasho ma tina ya tatatete nti hwana me ban se me wo fasi kujina kwem nti yesi ya tete nti hwana na ya me se ohu omo no peno ka se hefo nti hefo no a ya tisi na wedi ne ye ne wini nti hwana ne idimika mumro wembro ye koya ese me wo fasi ni mu na da e kwadu oben da ho
Dombeje ka bia oye oton nyoma ni sika nti anadwo no na yenya hit no yenya hit na ye tensi wo mo no ye ta mo sa ye sanka mo ko mu nti anadwo be 3 o'clock no ene ye nipa ba ko a obota me wo kwa ho no obepue no so na o ka say hey mo kwa he ena mo shutu no
enye ne 2025 from akufado mre so me wrobo ye wo nyankoma se poponde so ema enya asem ketua ye kwan nye ye bridge nso abu ye ntimi mfa ha nko oda age ekọ oboase kumase eno ena ye ha ye am se no ema ha no na ya ha no sa ewudisem no ebi ni ha na ya kwan no so munim sa ase ni nti ena wo mu ewuwuram a wo mu ebekum ye de hye isa ya yakuafo ya kwan so ye nti galamse no ena nam so ewudie no eba ha ene ti ye ble
na ne kwakwa mu no adanse North District Police Commander ye DSP Samson Wonyi Mumuni ono so church mu sei
echire seti se apia krom ya sanye bi oho ya rash ko oho de ekoduye no na ne pabonofo no omuka na ya hye ya timia mrente na timia ko mu baako na ye rescue miensa na aka no na ebeduriye no ye de omukọ Fomna Government Hospital oho ena omu baako esanko film doctor declare ne se wo film nti omu amaka ne de omu wo cells ye omu ho adwuma ye de omu kokot eniminim ya Eric Ose wadi 27 years wo film owu ena ya Ajima Akwa wadi 22 years ono so wo film nti mienu omu film no ena aka Richard Ahin ye 26 years ena Richard Ahin ena Ose Eric 27 the four na
enti na awreho semu a asie no papa yi enkura nson enkura nwotwe o matimi agene nkwa afri ne nsam ya manne wo munua tese maami utuso obebre pa because said the papa yi ti ase a ne papa no so gina so ba stra na energy wo ne ho odin pa wo hwe o gina ne na so pa wo hwe na matimi agene nkwa afri ne nsam se na ono so no wanye security conscious wo bi de atubuna ne abakro no bo a ukogina kwa makubusa no senka wokotete die na nkanse se wokogina ene die we die yenuanom amwo no waye mistake on munsua bibi mfrim obi a woso odi okọ etuo kro no bo no yenkogina nanim enkoye wo ye hwan da bi yenyina ne yegina nachi anase unkura etuo a yemfesi wo mwai moye big mistake ena papa ye ahwere ne nkwan why moye big mistake ese kam ye security conscious yenuano wanye conscious kra se ukogina obi a ukura tuo anim se dabi enti eno kan bi ena amananti yenye security conscious case bi say no mo involve anase mo hide na mo ambushi wo why so ena ayi wo edina ye bobo no nyina we obekọ mo enyo omudia edia de dom so enyo omudia wo odia ye dia toto omso nyina enyo omudin sa akadina de dom so me se enyo omudin wo de wopa police for nwura na enyo omudie o twia enyo omudin wo masesa din no so ai adwumadu ase yes kontomre ene ayi mankani fufuo power ya akurase de pa ai akurase hode ai ti uze bibia ye fresh kontomre fresh nkate kakra ayi nkate konto na ya watum menken fufuo awia ne anwumre nso to a ne ya toprum eti yebetimi a produce more akurase bibia ye organic mo amotenkra ne kumase ena mo ntimi ngo mo pa mo move nkwa akurase obi amfa ho mo ama akurase a mo ntena mo nkran ho na munya mo problem eno ano eno za boma nanya sa bai nkate konto mre se we ye na wo ba na ya tete na wo mo de apa ena ya santo kakra emeso kakra ni nyina ya organic o we nu ehia ibia we organic die me chiro die nti omutimi wo bebre no na me chiro no on say kontombre no e fresh enwa no fresh mesoa we no ba ko na friend say ya santoa so entos fresh no mo de nyina ba wo e wo ka bi kura na oboje na kusie bi kura fresh so it we no ebebo ama no we no de your friend say de nti obawu bebre ye no ano sa obetima wo bebre because sa nua ne we mu no ye de wo bebre nti unso di wi a na wada bench so kakra na ebo sevia na waka nkora obi ankoda na say away sharply the next morning de bia utimi produce nkora 3 de bia so eti sanity enti akura se de ho asetena na de wa wontena ho bi da na ho asetena na de pa miki anoten minim so what mo bebre mo ye bogafo mo tete abroche mo nim de ye kan mo nte ase Jamaica won't ase wontena akura se dentu wonse de hu star na me 7 6 no mudi 7 na wohuru enkuku na mo koda eti sister no I say we hwenani wi ono de ono give it to me and I give it back on say ono give it to me nkwa na wo wa so wo say enkura nwotwe awreho Asɛm ko hwe na ye na do ye kakra ai ono no waya de we producer o produce pa waya de yeah sarabo achi say village life is sweet yeah na bi kura no a en say kuro kitu asa no light no ayi obi kura na bi obi bonyum kakra bi ne kuro ma dede kakra de aka ne de ya na tim na asa de asa na say tim kaja song o mpie nko ba bia de ai bi ne ho yanko ye ni eti yanko yani where you could just travel say me shota show hallelujah. Me shota show hallelujah. Brother. We are see a global idea, a global song. Me finyina ya me yawo, me cry me yawo. O say akwa, o say me yam crash me finyina ya me yawo man. Me finyina ya me yawo. Show no ahwe into me wen ye wie so. Ye wie show no me finyina ya me yawo. Me see ye wie show no. Show na no hye. And that's my free consulting. Okay, yeah, when you could get on, you was say, okay, to say, was say, we have partnered with FBI for extradition of some Ghanaians involving 100 million scam. Okujeta Blacka. And walk out. Was say one also FBI for ye, a UBI Ekofa Ghana for America, Edwomaba. At one eka, yate. Na yemfia say, oh, none won't say, a catch them say, Obetwa Tr0uble say Ghana hwan ena hwan wasa kan ho bio wo hu America for so wo de Ghana beto ayi no wo se de when you go to school Jesus. Eti Okujeto say when they go to school they don't want to come back. Okujeto say Ghana for no America on person bebe fi. Eti foreign affairs minister Okujeto Blacka was Ghana for no do America. Wo mon person be sa baby o. Ai. Eti say no. Okwa mon respect America for tina US person blacklist Ghana no. Eti foreign affairs was Asɛm odi aba no or justify. Was say no correct. Yes. Ghana for no school, they don't want to return back home. You want here US be blacklist visa session. No? Yes. One here visa send me on become wow school yan for mount any be na immigrant visa say will be never fan yere will be fan bad year and different and will be fan kunu a different. Yes. But say B1 B2 visa ne tourist whatever visa you be student visa na on be blacklist here. Yes. It's Okujeto no. Na enano ndi bo mama ne say Okujeto say Washington DC wa closing it down. Na eno na parliament Asɛm no duru ho no. Anche ena maami ya friend no Haji Alima epia bonten. Eno obede Okujeto. Na yenti wo de yenti Hajia eno Okujeto aba abonten bi o me be kire wade gina ha ze hwade we ye Hajia Alima
Okujeto Blacka Fred earned $4.8 million annually. Is it true?
I don't know where he got his calculations from. It can't be true.
And that was a loss to Ghana.
How can it be a loss to Ghana? Like I'm saying, Ghana doesn't get involved in courier services. We have hired this company to do courier service for us. He charges, in fact, he went to these various companies to negotiate for a discount. And they gave him a flat rate of they gave him a flat rate. So he was able to charge his applicants, his clients, charge them 29.75 per delivery. So that even a group applies and there are 3 passports, and you put the 3 passports, a limit of 3 passports in an envelope. That's the rule from the various agents. A limit of 3 passports in an envelope. Even if he puts 3 passports in an envelope, he will still charge 29.75. That is the rule.
The cost of one.
Yeah. And we don't make more than 2,005. We don't make more than 2,000 a quarter. 2,000.
This is 3FM.
We don't make more than 2,000 a quarter. And the embassy itself, our revenue from visas, we usually 4 million, 4.2. Sometimes even it's under 4 million.
Under 4 million?
And we
charge. For the whole embassy?
Yeah. I mean, for visas in a year. And we charge between $100 and $200 for
visas.
For regular visa, ordinary visa, you charge 100. If you want expedited service, we charge 130. If you want multiple single, when I say ordinary single visa, that's 100. Single expedited is 130. If you want,
okay, enti mami ya waye ambassador. Wonu be cheche nse bebre na Ghana for question ese ebisa ne say ye no kure se okujeto enye Fred Kwaten no ena ne ho ye ne hi na report kura na ye find is akire se Mahama kura na omo na fa na dwuma 2017 no 2013 ena omo fa na dwuma na point ne say senye Fred Kwaten na okujeto dwa no a mami na ye ambassador won sign contract kro no ade na omo enfo mami in court na Fred Kwaten no target no Udo bia we na ambassador no what is the president ade na won sign contract say contract ni ye official say mami na say come handle no or your friend say Haji Alima Mahama I mean me draw point bi na akere okuje to sa ba biu or ba be chechirem ti mami ne de as wonu nya ni problem o na mum Fred Kwaten no de ni company akwaji contract no enu mum na any problem enti enye agro na wo mu die no enye se wo mu ye nyansafo che obi asa o
about the contract. I don't know if I sent it to you.
Yes, I've read it over and over.
Okay, I want to state clearly, and I genuinely want Ghanaians to understand the process.
Right.
Yeah. We have the responsibility for issuing visas.
Yes.
And visa goes in a passport. People bring in their passports for visas, and you have to return the passport after issuing the visa, or people apply for Ghanaian passports after we get approval from Accra, and then we issue the passport. It has to be sent to the person. So now we have a system that you will take responsibility for retrieving your passport. The individual applicant takes responsibility. Embassy does not pay any money to mail your embassy this to you. So we have 3 processes when you apply for a visa. You either click and go the line of a company to use that company to work on your visa, to retrieve your passport for you and mail it to you. Or you click on, I will come and get it, or you tell the embassy, I'll come and take it myself.
Personally.
Or I will do self-address envelope and send it to the embassy, and the embassy should mail it to me. Okay?
Okay, young parliament, my no what in Tr0uble brapa. Also okuje to boa, and okuje to so won tiase. Na young parliament na yentie the foreign affairs committee chairman. Wa ye friend no Abuja po ho. Na yentie okuje to nsem okache okuje to wa tiase tie young parliament bra.
Minority caucus on this committee fully support his effort. In any event, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Fred Kwaten was recruited into the Washington mission as far back as 2013, during the time of President Mahama. Mr. Speaker, the contract for which the minister is very unhappy about, Mr. Speaker, the first time Mr. Kwaten was given a similar contract on temporary basis was in the year 2015. And I can furnish the minister with evidence to support their...
Okay, 2015, one and our power. Say na NDC, anyasa. 2015, a NDC. So, then today, me we have a show video be actually okuja to akwase sa. Other companies in Krata be go na me be show the diabolic of a minister, foreign affairs minister. Me wadi. Yenti odi yenti we.
Sessions are making. So, Speaker, the basis for the investigations or the basis of this alleged corruption, and I use the word alleged with great emphasis. What is the basis of it? The basis of it is, to simplify it, is that the mission in Washington is supposed to have gotten into a certain arrangement with Mr. Kwaten's company because, according to the mission, there was some bureaucratic inertia in terms of transmitting visas and passport booklets to applicants. The Speaker, the minister himself is attempting an effort like that here in Ghana, where he's employing courier services for the transmission of passports to applicants.
Okay, Mbajo, so what to say? Adiano was say, Haji Alima, and one Fred Kwaten, I also want TB dano. Now, abugina po I expose no say one India for cry ye the same thing with Ghana as we speak today. Now this is another expose on Okujeto say on India for ye bi eti Ghana for na criticizing say or Jeffrey Kwati adwuma de akoma ne nkrofo aye period. Oh yes. And young one say, "Omu boys be atete America, omu pa adwuma ye, am say embassy wo. Eti, omu gye sa contract no, no omu de akoma omu nkrofo. Enu ntina wo ye sade no. Enu ntina wo ye sade no. Na ye beduru ho. Wo de ye ntie say in parliament aye clear say Okujeto any India for yesa career services ewo ho. Ye nto aso ase. Yentie no.
That is the basis for this alleged corruption. Simplicity. Mr. Speaker, as we speak today, there is an Indian company. Mr. Speaker, as we speak today, there is an Indian company called Premium. An Indian company called Premium, which is rendering the same services Mr. Kwatin's company is supposed to have been rendering to the Washington mission, which has become the basis for this allegation of corruption. That company is still rendering the same service today. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, what is the point? The point I seek to make is that the foundation or the basis on which Mr. Kwatin's company was contracted, Mr. Speaker, in and by itself is not wrong. There is a company, an Indian company, rendering the same service today. Mr. Kwatin's company was given a contract to render that same service on a temporary basis in 2015. Honorable Minister Okujeto Ablakwa is making strenuous efforts in a welcome manner, commendably, to render the same service to Ghanaians here in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, thirdly, the quantum of money, the funds that are supposed to have been accrued to Mr. Kwatin's company, assuming without admitting, Mr. Speaker, let me also put on record, those are not public funds. Those are funds which are supposed to have been paid to Mr. Kwatin's company on the basis of this Washington mission's contract with him. And so let us be clear, the $1.8 million and the $4 million the minister alluded to, the Speaker, are not funds out of public exchequer. These are amounts that the minister has put together, has estimated to be, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, there's a final point I need to make. Mr. Speaker, so the difficulty the minority have had is the question whether or not the allegation for which reason the minister set up the committee of inquiry warranted the closure of the Washington mission. Mr. Speaker, let me refer you to the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, 1970. Mr. Speaker, it's very important. As the majority leader rightly said, this is a matter which has generated a lot of domestic and international interest. And I'm the ranking with the greatest respect. Mr. Speaker, if I may refer you to the Vienna Convention set up copiously the steps that a country ought to take or to adhere to in closing down a mission. The first step, Mr. Speaker, step one, government decision must be at the highest level. There must be a notification to the host country. There must be coordination with the host country. Before the announcement and the reassignment of foreign service officers, the Speaker,
thank you.
These steps have to be adhered to. And the point we made here, and if I may conclude on that,
your point is made.
That, Mr. Speaker, is that the procedure which was adopted to close down the Washington mission was one which is alien to public international law and is not consistent with the Vienna Convention.
Thank you.
And in 48 hours, the minister opened the mission, and that tells us that the decision was a rushed one.
Thank you.
We welcome the probe.
Okay, the PM of Parliament no say Fred Kwatin no NDC for na employ no. 2015. Eti contract kro no Mahama ne nkrofo na de man guy no. Enye new. Now, Okujeto strategically akosesa country ho enkrata ebe prove say still na no eseka sikana guy ni nya na eseka Ghana o ma Ghana ban bi. Ai wurade. Hey, interesting. Hwade. This is Okujeto anopay. Was hye adwuma to Ghana for adwenim. Wo de hwe. Chese wo fi so wo ye smart am Okujeto. Wakosesa country bi nkrata o ene o de ba ebe kire mu say na ewiase wo hu wudin ni ya kan di asantedin a wo ne enipa bi firi ba bi a wo no munya problem eno ntia hwade
this ministry, we don't sign agreements or contracts with revenue sharing. That as for us, we are, it's incredible. We are just here to be raped. It's here, United Kingdom, if you pay £45, ministry's share, £7. In Europe, if you pay 55 euros, we get 7 euros. United States of America, if you pay $55, we get $7. China, $55, $7. Other countries, $55, $7. It's here, the access contract. So, what is this claim that Ministry of Foreign Affairs, when we sign contracts, because we are top-level diplomats, diplomats, we don't pay bills?
But akwawe ni ho pa o okuja to ni ho ahi o we wo ben wa ko twa ne twede pa o ni ho ahi pa o sa akwawe ni ho ahi too much wo say office nipa the media for ti bon koso obi ese kom question say minister papers na ekura no eye Ghana fo mra na say UK fo mra me no kasa Ghana fo wo mra bi e kire say mission bi obi run company a wo ne nye revenue share eno na ese ko be ka kire ye. But me, as usual, media for go iti bon koso no muti wo hwe no e na wo fefine say it is a UK for revenue share o Ghana na yebusa say as we speak who any contract agreement with any company say we ya you say ya na say ye will be sa na ye ka Ghana so what cause say UK for paper e dey convince Tibon koso media e no mo hwe damage control yento aso amfa what yento aso hwe ade.
We don't pay for utilities. Will ECG spare us that because we are in foreign relations, we are diplomats, so and because we are signing unconscionable contracts, so don't bring us our light bills, don't bring us water bills. We will not pay our staff. Diplomats are not paid. All of this goes into our IGF. And Parliament has approved that the IGF that we generate, Ministry of Finance takes 66%, and then we take the rest. So, please, we will make copies of this agreement available. And next time you interview her, probably you should be doing the schooling of her. Yeah. She shouldn't be the one telling us that we need schooling. There is another contract here, the BTS contract. And because these are public contracts, I know some of you may raise privity of contract and why am I talking about contracts of other? Yeah, you know me, I stand for transparency. And once you come to enter into a contract with a public organization, citizens can file an RTI request, and these contracts must be made available under Ghanaian law. So the private companies watching and worried that I have brought all their contracts here, and maybe you don't want your wife to know how much you are making. I'm sorry. If you want to keep things private, then do only private transactions. Once you partner with the public, it's a transparent affair. The BTS, the passport PPP arrangement, is here, the revenue share. The ministry takes 40%, and then the private party 60%. It's here. BTS is a private party. So, we're from this claim that our demand for revenue share, that you can't come and rape us like this and get away. No limit. You can charge anything. And you can operate in perpetuity. That we are not raising legitimate concerns. Meanwhile, if you look at these other contracts that I've talked about, the investment that these private parties have made, access, if you see you go to London and you see the investments they have made, the facilities they have constructed. The former president went to open it. And other investments they are making all over the world. And even they are not demanding 100%. They know that but for us, But for people applying through our system, how will you get clients to even look in your direction?
Oh, ampa akwa we on so wan so akoma ma sa minister we ho se wan so akoma ma utimi hwe no but we say because we are presenting a news nipa will put it on record. That is why, because se wan so akoma ma utimi hwe no ne ho ahin we say the original what church bullshit time bullshit. Oh, but I mean what I saw we have just utimi hwe no so ultimately hear the watch because the original watch it's neither here nor there. If truly say omatmia I die advance any from a pass of any case be out I don't know esako or catch esako to be catch say ya timia your findings, we are going to take this guy on, we are putting this, we have this evidence, we want to take him to court, and we are doing this, and in charge those who are in charge, the minister or the ambassador must be held responsible. I mean, we want to hear something. Say, Ampa, you are ready to fight for the country. Not just because you want to come and stay there talking to this bogus shallow. I mean, a common media for women, that they sit there aloof and watching your faces and you're making. I mean, what kind of country? Who are these people? My goodness. What more are here for? Wait. No, mama, in the ministerial position, no, wouldn't some form. I dear what general church was a tie. No, for document through what kind of and what dear contractor is stand for what? And Washington embassy no one more any collaboration be na. This is interesting. Who are these people? I'm not for granted though. I'm not fire for granted because it seems say culture of silence NDC for no alpha media ni na muti muso omwe no mo keka se hu sa. Na question say maame no se ne okuja to so okuta boss ade no mo take maame ne on so on the side contract no ya to ne twene baabi ne nsam no tia wofu ana ye to aso ho utia obedwa sa but wo de yentie for on because of for record sake ni yenti.
The same with BTS. They are buying the printing equipment and all of that. We virtually doing all the investments. But we have a 40% share. If we say that we are no longer issuing chip embedded passports, where is your contract? So we are totally disgusted that Haji Alima will say that this ministry does not go into contracts that have revenue sharing arrangements. Now let's be clear. This whole arrangement breaches multiple laws of our country. We have gone through the records. There is no evidence that Haji Alima obtained approval of the Public Procurement Authority. We challenge her to provide proof that she followed the procurement laws of our country. We don't sign contracts under Ghanaian law like you are sharing granules to some well-wishers who you have met at the park. No evidence that the public procurement laws of our country were respected. We have also stated that if you pay regard to our websites across all our 71 nations, you notice that the advertised fees and charges are fees and charges approved by Parliament. Because we have the fees and charges law, which clearly spells out your contract, you sign your agreement. You must make sure it is factored within the fees and charges arrangement. That is why access is factored. BTS, it is factored in the fees and charges of our country. Fred Kwarteng and Haji Alima are above Parliament. They are above the fees and charges laws of our country. That is totally unacceptable. And that is why management decided that based on these flagrant violations, we are abrogating this contract because we think that this contract is even void ab initio.
Okay, eti ye ne krakra ni nyina ne se contract na no person wo twam na wo free guy ne nsem. Eno ano no. Contract na no person wo free ne nsem. Eno ano no enya bibia. Eti wa make it clear. Na adwuma na nese o page omo nche na wo de amane nkrofo eno ano no. Eno ntina buru ha ma close embassy down. Kofo udi o ma cha wo mfe kra be ya ma yenti amanfo 0242y 07314 obetimi afrese sia na so akere wadwen ma yenti o so wadwen kire wa Hawaii yenti ya din komo bere ya mpeke course no bi 0242073114 you can also call na also akere wadwen wa hase I had the reason show okuja to di na chia obefu mo obedwala pa and it seems o ma take you for granted and for so long also we jina wo cheche mo nyina ka bi na say mo di tumi ma young boys ana wo mo din samfo ni bi no right ya mpeke course no bi na yenti sister Gladys who US ya da sepa wa support program sister Gladys yes ya da sepa why baby out here nka bia ya da se na ya na me before answer the fa course no but mame kanchira say ye nuanu ma motia bruchire no ho se ebia wo po bi amana ye wo dan ho niema amawo ne bia project no enkoyi wo discount obi wa ye ne basabasa me recommend it till Pro artisans na media amount say wo de frɛ wo mo ho na ka cho se project no aha na yaduru na wo mo no betena se de ese wo mo ye boa obi a no wo be ye na wo no makɔ agreement say de bia me ka se wo mo a organize emrante ne maba wa wo mo kuta sa skills no nti wo dia ne se wo frɛ wo mo a na wa cheche o project no ba bia du no na wa cheche mu de akere wo mo wo mo no be kɔ agreement especially mo amuti abruchere mo se ya na yesi enuanom bebre no wo de ade gyara no wa ye ne basa wo de ade gyara no wa ye ne basa so ho nti me de mesre se me o ma ye bia mama hu nti mesre wa till Pro artisans ye kɔ ye ne mekom ho asoma akere wo hello bokopa na so
oh nyame adom yeah Oheneni de na besa me kakra ma me no also wapɛ ba ne bi ache nti se bibi onu ma onhwe no ne ma me ne sato na asundwenye de ma na ma for ya da ma me no so atase ba do kuja to de twa ne bo omo nzo mo bae no kwa asem gwa no mu di e omo so anko mo bodede oh but because of that and before no omo ade na de omo no to mu ntimi nkasa me hu ne so omo ye lesson ni wi a afi na nkomba be de e be test omo so ni nyina an fa so boro mo akufu ado on e we nyina ko mo ma no ye mla kanye ni o the reason ti ma me kasa nwa aminya no bi so mra
me da se pa me da se ubetiwa like video no wa share dia my why obi share my hello say boko de
emi adumo na so e
boko pa wada ma mi ntie wa ntie
yo we da se odije we da se ni oduma oye
Mr. Odo me da se pa say na wa tonka me da se Mr. Odo yo
na yehwe awudisem anro benin ne ma ekoso Ghana on se ewum se tani ma no ewo ho na si nyina begiatum na yakanokra abrebia andisi ebebebia no sani ma no odihye be waste
na sorry chronobo asori tututu wa sorry
na sorry because emanipa benya tumi na omudum ho agim na sadi ma no asori na yenu na wo film se de wo kan ye no enka BBC sia groups no some so mo kwa enye sapa na mo de ko na edikwa se mo ko 11 but asi ni mo de se ya police for se empempi no sane ma wisia o de hye anamontu o mutu no ho ana nukreni enye na omunso nkan hu se wo anwu e wo adwuma no mu a ekina wo be civilian omunti ase so ye soja ni na military balance ya wo anwu wo adwuma no mu a wo firi ho betena community bi mu wo ye police ni a wo firi ho betena community bi mu na mpo woyɛ sojani ana yɛ police ni krampo ana sɛ woyɛ security ayi no ɛwɔ da bia obetu kwan aba wofo passenger car because emre bi sojani bi na okokofo dua na Roberts ekohyi omu okwam etutu otu ma na yɛdai ehwere ne nkwa enso ohwi a na Roberts bi afa wonsam da amoji skaja wo mu nanso na wonim sɛ mmere bi wokuhia sankofo no ebesere aban emfane nansi fom any security na sa Nigeria from ewura o manu mu a ene malifo ni nigafo bi o mewura manu mu a yenhunu o mu no yebesere mpam o mu odi hye wonti da bia mesi Kofi Buzia professor meti Kofi so ma sole.
That's right.
Meti Kofi so ma sole nema bi o ye no mesi no kra ne enkantia na ka no kra ne ya kyerɛkyerɛ yi a kebehu sɛ Buzia obo Ghana ho ban papa Buzia obo Ghana ho ban ko dwiri ko akiri ohun daakye de besi
ene nipa bi ahyɛ eno egyina so sɛ wɔn ba yi ntina ene nipa bebree fi Burkina betena Ghana wɔn nto aba ma MP we
sa na so do yɛ no odwiri konkai ohuni na sɛ Ghana bi beti a ID card ya yɛ ni nei me maame ne papa de ɛda ɛwɔ hɔ me papa nya 87 years wuye oyi na ID card kyerɛ me maame ɛwɔ 96 abram no kasei na ID card Buzia de ɛda hɔ
okay
because omoko no na obema Ghana fo ID card ya kyena oba yɛhu Ghana ni enso na yɛ de yɛ campaign etia Buzia asefo ane eme ya na odise onse okujato no omu ne ye bibli ho ma ya entro ho me se wo de entro ba gitumi na mu utimfa entro emu oman emanipa enyintum wo ye den a ho beda ho ese Ghana ni bia hunu Ghana ni bia hunu amamu a ekosuwe omwa na ekasa na nado dan kwakufu Tr0uble so no da bia mebusa bebo punum se omu woi omumra omu ekasa fa galamse hu a etimi sole ko buram ko bom paye omreko a ese na nado ka se yentu ase na NDCC ye de beba mu motu na nkasa mponifo timi ka no krekere ma ama ne nkofo se no kurani oman bia wo ade ahia oman no a aye oman ni nyina ahia de yemfa nye politics wontima nka bi ene ya yekasai a chance de na do yede ewo ho enso yenti sankofo nyanka because o magiska ensentwo for giska na momun ka hu se nyame ense wiase ne ense wiase kina na se nyina banyini ama ye manom so betena manu mu a aduaba ye bia ne no odi se ye betwa so ba bi dachi medase
Mr. Tr0uble medase pa yemfa next caller. Hello.
Hello, this is
yes, sir.
When you Juma Michia, what you for Nina? Yamiadu. Yo, what I mean, maybe make a grammar started free Okujato. A be mean funny say, that okay, what I mean funny say, a first week of this month June. Okay. Me nam sam me so bi gina pa ho. Me hwe nanim nam ela America ha. Me hwe nanim akwe yasa minim no happen am slow down. After me slow down na me person me 100% sure. Me so are you a Ghanaian? Or say yes, I say Black Rasta. Or say yes, Black Rasta.
Oh yeah. Oh US, man who so US.
Yes. Or go back to Ghana. Right? And I was I was so yo. Oh, me go airport, ubeti me am I right? And I'm say yes, me Ghana ni am hunu me krada to say me say. And I me didn't it's not card, man. I'm so bad. I lost Sa as interview no interview mami sa ayi ho asemi no ye ho investigation nya de no so kwa Atlanta into a airport and no started so interview me be I say sa ayi be den minimum ho and I'm say no krenie me de akabeye 6 months and me for akabeye 1 year to akufu adu be free from me koye me yiri passport akabeye 2 months aka me ko renew me yiri Ghana passport akabeye 2 months ama kufu adu free so me ko renew me so me Ghana passport entinu sansam na mo kan nyina me je me ni e de kire se o ko renew passport no a o fill form no a o fill awie kuran Sasam na maame na kan ayi wo ho ada se obekọ akọje no opese okọje no work in kokọje a na watepo so be work in akọje opese wa odi o address o to envelope no now odi o address ni obi bia gu akire now odi stamp etim akire na okwa odi okọ work okwa na odi amount ada obekọ akọye fingerprint no na wo di amount na chese omu wi a na omu di ahyem na ma melia bro eno so so ho ena that's a third one here opese agent enye emeri mrewa o krikepe na you free Ghana embassy platform no so na do ko yeah they do ko portal is that Fred I'm watching a portal. Now what dear only Ghana embassy near Simbia Biamo. No what sounds watch critical and sounds watch say Okasi yes ya. Okasi yes before I do be kwati hol. Na ka kire say bibia your passport to no a Ghana embassy enu ensa nim biom.
Okay.
So what you say? Okay, opreso Okase osa kreke yes a fail na do be kwaten ho na chese otua sika no ama kwaten online na kwaten ameli
na eno na eye company liability company name na say ono ni this specific kwaten na
the moment ya ba kreke ho no e do kwaten company platform so
eti eye company na eye enyo obi say individual by company
sadia na wo ha bebre e company
that's right the company that's it
yes Ose
me say na say a company a director do akọ another company a third party a wo mo ye career services na
yes at the time obe click say ope say agent email mrawo no na director do